Well, I'm back in the dump. I've been a while, I know. I haven't been doing this for quite a bit. The summer's been hot. I've been busy. I have another life, believe it or not. So, I do other things, and I try to find time for my hobby, but a lot of times I just don't have it. But the weather's cool now. I'm up in Jersey, and I'm going to be digging. We got a Rupert's here. Found one of those. This is a Tilton. It's a common one, so it's not that exciting. But let's dig this area out and see what we find. Talk to you later. Well, here's an interesting thing I just kicked up. A little whiskey. Of course, it's not too super old. It's probably late 30s, little cordial. Let's keep going. Well, we've got this common, it's a perfume, a Florida water, something like that. I got that. That's prohibition, no federal law on that one. And there's a disc of, I don't know what. But I'm down here now, and I'm starting to hit this stuff, so let's keep going. Well, this just came up. This is a pre-prohibition flask. It's a Glenbrook, and there's no federal law on this one. They pried it off. It would be a metal cap with a little twist tie on it. And that's how, and it would be a cork, of course. So, and this is a Canadian company, AMS. So, put that over there. Let's keep on going. I see some more stuff over here. This just came out. It's a big oil bottle. I'm not quite sure what came in this, but it had a cork top. It's a 1930s. Late 20s, 30s. Cool bottle. You don't see anything this big in one place in these dumps, so let's keep going with this. Well, I came across a pocket of stuff right here. There's bricks, that's one. But we have, this looks here like pomade hairdressing, 1930s. It looks like to me. And so I like that bottle. I never dug one, of course. And then we got a little, sorry about that, we got a little thing here. They scrape over here. It's all falling down. This here, I can move this. This is just an old, looks like it was a I saw the rest of this. This is like a crock. A butter crock, they'd call them back in the day. There is a Lysol. This little diamond ink just fell down. So I'm using my hands today because I forgot my scraper, so that's all right. My shovel, this is a, you know that. He's our famous friend. So everything up in this area is sort of like, it had never been touched. You can see there's bottles all stuck in here and they've never been touched. So you see the layer. This might have been dug a little bit, but I don't think so. That's why there might be some stuff stuck together here. But let me keep going and come up with something for you, okay? Okay. Well, out of here, I can see bottles here. Out of here, we have this pharmaceutical bottle. Now, this is I forget the name of the company, real big, put out a lot of bottles, a lot of green bottles. They're a pharmacy. This actually was an extract, an orange extract. So it has panels, it has a texture. It's pretty sharp bottle for what it's supposed to be. You know, extract bottles to me are pretty boring. But if I push some stuff around, that, I'm sorry, I'm just back on doing this, so I'm a little rusty, so excuse me. That's a big jelly jar. I don't know, I don't save them anymore. I used to. God. This is a level where there's a lot of stuff. But it's, you know, because it's 1930s stuff, it isn't that interesting. It's there's a definitely federal law. This is all coming down. We got a little blue eyedropper bottle. If I use my trusty plate here, I can dig some stuff out. There's another one, plain utility bottle. We see all these things, so I don't. This is an iodine bottle, but it's not marked with the skull and crossbones. They sort of stopped that in some places. In some places they kept it up. This is a Seagram's whiskey. You know, we're gonna, you know, I like to film a lot, but I don't want to show you junk. You know, stuff you've seen me dig 100 times and 100 other people. Because, you know, if you're digging, people start digging in 30s dumps, they're going to find the same exact stuff. Because everything was pretty much standardized by that time. And so, this is another chemical bottle. I'm going to leave this area. I think I'm going to go and explore some other areas. There might be a later time period, but at least I'll be finding stuff. See, what I'm finding here is pretty rough. It's all, it's in the front of the place where the dump started, so pull that down. And you see, there's these big chunks of metal, and that's what's stymie me. So I'm going to go off, find something else, and I'll get back in touch with you later. I'm just walking around trying to find stuff on the surface before I start digging again. That digging is hard for me. But you can find stuff all over the place. That's the thing. Like, here we are, you know, Listerine. I don't need that. That would have been a cool bottle right there. But it's broken. This flask is, hey, that's a golden wedding. That's a good collectible. That's a prohibition bottle. They have federal laws, but when they don't have federal law, before 1932, 33, and see, if you look in the weeds, all these, now, some of the stuff was dug out. People threw it up after they dug it up. Some of it, this dump is so packed that a lot of it's just laying on the surface. So you don't really know. I'm looking for prohibition flasks. I'm looking for beer bottles that I don't have. I'm looking for that kind of thing. I'm not looking for anything serious, but there's enough stuff in here to keep you busy for years. Let me keep going, and I will talk to you in a bit. Well, it took me a while, but I got a butter sour cream jar. Sheffield's very common, but you know, you don't find them all the time. These are good. It's a good one. There's some more bottles over here. Not quite sure. Damn, man, you know, I generally have everything I need when I'm here, but I didn't notice that my my scraper was taken out of my stuff. Let me dig this all out. I'll keep going with this. Another Sheffield. This is another creamer, sour cream. There's probably a bunch of them in here, but you know, we're going to take a few. I don't want all of them. I mean, this one I've had has the stars, definitely 1940s. So let's keep going with this one. Well, let's dig this one up together. We got a nice, looks like a nice Tilton probably. Pull it out, see what that is. No, it did have paint on it, but that's gone. But they still have the embossing. Then I think it's, I don't know. I know it's a combined dairy, so that's good. I found a Pierce, Dr. Pierce, but you know, the old Pierces are better than the new ones. And there's bottles, you can see there's a bottle right there. And there's a wire here. That's my downfall in this dump, is the wire. So let me get this stuff over, and then I also found this crazy thing. I don't know what that is. Looks like it had a watch in it. So let's keep going. We got a little bit more and then I'm off. That will be it. I see some things showing, so let's pull them out and see what they are. First off, got a little glass. We got that here, right there. We got a little glass. There's one. Over here, we got a big bottle, and it's a Federal Law whiskey. Here, I wouldn't know what this is, but it probably is a Federal Law. I would seem not to doubt it, but I'm gonna scrape it out. I really don't usually make this mistake of not bringing my scraper, but it's the first time I'm out, and it's the first time digging for almost 5 months, thanks to the real crappy weather Savannah has. You know, it's the South, don't snow. Well, it snowed last year, but yeah, it doesn't have a large. And then you got another whiskey. So we don't have much in here. It's collectible. So I'm gonna head on out. See you later. If I find something new, I'll let you know. Back at the dump again. I've been here before. I'm gonna take the top layer off and see if I can get down to the older stuff that is down here. So I'm gonna take this all off and pull it out, and we see what we get. You can see there's bottles all over. Let's get to it. Minutes of digging, I finally found something collectible. A cheese pot. That's pretty much a utility. You can see it right there. They're common. But I'm down to the bottom, you can see the sand. So I'm gonna work my way out through this way and see what comes up. Here we go. There's a lot of cups in this dump, and if you get them in good shape, this one's in good shape. They're good for people like these old coffee cups. I do. I mean, this coffee cup was used when Franklin Delano Roosevelt was still president, so think about that one. Let's keep going. I'm not finding much. If I don't get lucky in a few more tries, I'm leaving to a new spot. Bye. As you can see, there's a lot of clamshells here, but there are bottles. There's a lot of metal too. It's really hard to, I mean, I'm knocking that down, but it's a hunk of metal, man. I don't know what it was, but it's bad. But there are bottles in here, and we're gonna I'll show you how we dig them out. If I can do it in one piece. See, there's one there. There's one there. I don't know what happened with my camera. It just funked out on me. I'm using my phone. I hate using the phone. Samsung makes better phones than what I'm using, so I may end up going for a Samsung. But that, you see, there was a bottle there, and now there's one over here. There's a broken one there. They're like all over, but the trouble is, they're stuck in these damn, and they're really just food bottles. If you can see that, they're just really freaking food bottles. So if I'm just digging into food bottles, I can do that anywhere in this dump. I gotta dig under things to get to them. And this, well, it's broken. But of course, well, there's bottles in here. I just dug up this little black pill bottle. And here is something. We'll dig this stuff out. And here's a lot of, there's a big, wow, look at that. Radio bulb. There's a bottle up here. What are these? These ponies. They're all over this place. There's hundreds of them here. And if you end up digging them, you're gonna end up crying because you'll just keep digging the same ones over and over again. There's a bottle right there. Let's see what that is. It's filled with whatever was in it. Don't smell like anything, but I'm not going to smell any more of it. Last time I put my nose in a bottle that was filled, it had ammonia in it, and it knocked me out. I didn't know that did that, but it does. And they were good here. See, this is a tire rim. I'm digging around here. It's a tire rim. And you can see there's stuff in this tire rim, but you got to get around to it. This might be a milk bottle. I don't know. I'm at the very bottom, so it can't be. After the sand, there isn't anything else. This is. I know. Melted, pulverized. It's just the problem with this dump is it's full of scrap metal, and you really can't get around the scrap metal because it's not small, it's big. It's big metal, pieces of car and barrels and you name it, it's in here. And, whew, I just want to get this milk out here for you. I don't want to spend too much time digging it, but I gotta get some of this off me. All this stuff off. It isn't easy, but this is a milk bottle. I can just tell. I just can't get to it. Let me get to it and I'll scrape and I'll show you what I find, okay? Oh, shoot. Well, I dug it out finally. See, the problem was this thing right here. This old tire ring. It was down there, and turns out it's a Tilton dairy. Not really special, but now that I got now they got that ring out of here, I've got more room to dig, and there's a ton of stuff in here. I mean, there is. It's all rusted, of course. But there are bottles in here. I just gotta find where they're at. I hear them here and there. They're over here too, but I gotta dig underneath. There's a bottle right there. Find out what this says real quick, and then we'll shut you down. It's, what's it say? Newark. It's a soda, blowing the mold, but not much else to it. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna dig a little bit more, and nothing comes up, we'll go somewhere else. Very good. This, I'm recording here. I'm having a hard time with me, but I found this. This is a crock, and there's a good chance it's in one piece. It doesn't look broken at the bottom, from what I can tell, but I don't know. This here is a Vitalis bottle. But this is interesting, so I'm gonna take my time, cut this out, and we'll go from there. Dig this out together and see what turns out. There's a whole bunch of weird metal on here. I mean, see this? It's like when they dumped here. I kind of thought so. This is not full. It's not whole. It's broken. It's broken because the fact that there's all kinds of crap on it. And you can see me moving it, but it still has. There we go. It was a cheese crock, and there was nothing in it. Okay, well, let's keep going. There's other interesting things in here. We'll keep going. Popped up. What is this? I don't know. It's embossed. Let's see. What's that say? Patent for, I don't know. Never saw this bottle in my life. Oh, it's Cure. It's a Cure Systems bottle. A little sample. That's a good one. Blowing in the mold. Yeah. There's stuff like that in here. I'll buy that one. Let's keep going.